Okay, so I thought I might just make the cube that we made in class so that we can then go through the process of assembling it. So let's do that. So let's make a new part. I'm going to call it cube. I'm going to do an extrusion. I'll do that on the front plane, sketch view. And I'm then going to use the rectangle. I'm happy to use the center rectangle from the center. Doesn't matter how big you make it, middle click. And we're going to change the size to be, I think it's 200 by 200, so it's a perfect cube. Hit OK, Control D, change the extrusion length to 200, and hit OK. So we've now got a perfect cube. We want to go ahead and put holes all the way around this, so I'm going to use the hole tool, choose the top surface, and then we've got these grab handles. Grab handle 1, we'll go to there, grab handle 2 on that edge. The distance across to the middle will be 100, and this one will be 100. And this diameter is going to be 50, and the depth we said we'd make it 50. So we've done one hole. And what we want to do is do a hole on each surface of that cube. So we'll do the next one. In fact, since we have a plane here, we'll be able to mirror this hole to the other side. So if you select hole here, you'll be able to choose the mirror tool, which is this one. It'll ask you to select the plane to mirror, choose it, and it's mirrored straight across to the other side. And hit OK. We'd like to make a hole on this plane here, so let's do that. Hole on the surface, grab handle on this edge. We'll use this grab handle on this edge, change the distance to 100 to center it. This one is 100 to center it. We change the diameter 50 and the depth will also be 50. And hit OK to get our hole. Now we want to mirror that across this plane, so it's simply a matter of selecting the hole from the model tree, choosing mirror, and it says down here select a plane or an intent datum plane to mirror about. We're going to mirror about this particular plane. There it is, it's been mirrored. We hit OK and you can see the mirror. And lastly, we're going to make another hole on this surface. Grab handle on that edge, grab handle on that edge. That's going to be 100 to center it. This one's going to be 100 to center. The depth is 50 and the diameter is 50. That looks good. Hit OK, and we're going to mirror that one. So when we go to mirror this one, it's going to ask us, and let's just do that. Choose the hole, choose the mirror tool. It wants us to select a plane to mirror about. Now, we actually don't have a plane to mirror about. That's a problem. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is build our own plane. So we can cancel this now, and let's drop a new plane in. So to do that, make sure everything is deselected by selecting the white space over here. We choose the plane tool from the datum tools, and then it asks us to select a surface in which to make a plane from. So we can select this surface and just push that little yellow handle in a little bit, and we'll tell it to sort of sit in the middll, which is about 100 mm off that surface. So we've got a plane now. Now we'll be able to mirror that last hole. So we're doing the mirror tool, choose mirror. It wants us to choose a plane. We can choose the plane we just inserted, and it's now mirrored on the other side. Okay, there we have it. We have 6 holes. And just to finish off our holes, it's probably a good idea at this point just to quickly point out that all of these planes can get awfully messy, kind of get in the way of selecting things. So you can easily turn those off up here in the datum display filters box. So if you click on that, you can select them all to turn them all off. It might be a good idea just to leave the axes on. Probably, we don't need it at the moment, but it's there. So what I want to do is put a small chamfer on each of these holes. So choose chamfer and click on each hole. 2 mm chamfer would be fine. And we're going to hold the control key to make a chain selection. And spin it around. Notice when I spin it, I take my finger off the control key I spin it, and then I put my finger back on the control key to continue the chain of selection. And lastly, I think that's the last hole. I think we've got it. And then we hit OK. And we've got nice chamfered holes. And lastly, we're going to put one little round on each of these. So we can use the round tool to do that. I showed you in the previous videos. Put a round of 15. And we're going to hit the control key and select each one of these edges. And we're almost there. We need to rotate it. Finger off the control key, rotate the object, finger back on the control key, and continue our selection of edges. I think we've selected all the edges. That's beautiful. Hit the tick. All good. And we've made our cube.